Chad Range back with LA frontman Colin Van Dusen. Coach, your Stars took on the Texas Dragons. And in any sport, you want to come out and set the tone. And boy, Jason Borrelli, that guy is the X factor. He sets a mean tone for you guys.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You know, Jason, I know he spends a lot of time with, he attaches an axe blade to his heel of his foot and chops wood in his backyard. And he's got the best axe kick in the business, and he proves it in this fight.
You don't have to take his word for it. Talk to Matt Fauci. Jason Borrelli enters this fight with 10 straight wins. Matt Fauci, he would get 10 straight. Well, we'll get to that. Left top corner of the screen, the axe kick counter. There's one, there's two. He's really perfected this move, hasn't he?
Just over and over and over again.
He's got a firewood pile out in his backyard just stacked up. The fourth one, he was looking for an 8 count, didn't get it, so he says, all right, I'll just keep dishing it out. How many would it take? There's 5. Here comes 6. One to follow, 7. And then he gets the 8 count. Fauci at this point, yeah, he's hurting at this point. Well, there's just more to come. Here comes number 8. And then 9 axe kicks equals a 10 count. Jason Borrelli found a weakness, and he exploited it.
Axe kick, my favorite technique. I almost hit him every single time. I noticed at the beginning he had a weakness with defending that. He actually made it a little easy for me. He fought on both sides. I noticed he came out regular side, turned southpaw like me, and that made it easier to hit him with it. And, you know, with the hand combinations, strong guy. You know, he stood up. He was hurt right at the beginning. Strong fighter, young fighter. But I knew the axe kick was going to take him out.
Now, the Texas Dragons' Lawson Baker has knocked out 2 consecutive opponents. And in the heavyweight division, cardio is important, isn't it?
It's a huge factor. You know, the ones that aren't in shape, you know, they just don't make it through the whole 3 minutes and usually end up paying the ultimate price for that. Lawson Baker himself takes huge hits, and you know, his concrete block for a head just keeps letting him trudge on.
Chris Hawk comes out and he just starts putting it on Baker. One shot right after the other. But Baker's got like that Rocky Balboa. I'll let him beat me up for the first half of the fight, wear him down, and then here comes the knee. Lawson Baker's very tough. He won this one 16-10.
You know, I fought hard. I fought as hard as I could. I was trying to knock him out to get that 15-0, but kid's tough. What can you say? You try. Well, sometimes when you try too hard, it doesn't come. You know what I mean?
And one of my favorite divisions is the 147-pound division. Some of the best fighters come out of that, and you got a good one in Jack Felton.
Tough division right there. It's always stacked, but Jack Felton is the best in that division at this point. He's working himself so hard in his training that, you know, his efforts are paying off.
He would go against Nick the Ghost Gonzalez, and in this one, the Flash gets the best of the Ghost. Very similar in their styles of fighting, wouldn't you say, Coach?
Good matchup, nice and even. You know, I think one of Jack's attributes is his ability to get in and get out, and he did that in this fight.
15-9, Felton wins. And take a look at these halftime scores, and wow, the LA Stars all over the Texas Dragons. Lawson Baker, the only Dragon to reach the Stars, 89-35. At this point, do you change anything going into the second half?
Chad, no. If, you know, the old adage, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And, nothing was broke that first half, and we didn't see any reason to do anything different in our second half. So
always a fan favorite of the WCL is the ladies, and you got a good one. And Alicia Slick Ashley taking on Mary Lee Martin. Martin beat her last year. This year, Coach, different story.
Completely different. You know, Alicia really stepped up her fight game, took in a lot of the things that she was seeing other athletes do, and adapted to her own repertoire, and tough fighter.
She just keeps adding to the lead, 15-6. She beats Martin. Now, Trey Telligman talked about the depth that he has at that 147-pound division. He's basically got 2 starters. You saw Nick Gonzalez, but now you get something totally different in Shannon Hudson, and that's a tough task for Jack Felton.
There's no doubt. You know what? Going out and fighting the WCL once, very difficult. Going out on the second half after and having somebody sent in with fresh legs and fresh lungs, really difficult.
And Shannon Hudson is a strong puncher. Landed some good shots to Felton. Felton undefeated in the WCL. Before this, gets a stalling penalty there. The first time he ever gets knocked down comes up right here, and Hudson was excited to hand him his first loss.
Everybody wanted to beat him. You know, I don't know why they don't like him. You know, he seems nice, like a nice guy, but it feels great to beat an undefeated fighter. I knew I could do it.
Tall task for Damian Caldwell, taking on one of the brightest stars in the WCL, Raymond Daniels. How do you stop Raymond Daniels?
With a gun. That's about the only way. You know, Damien had work cut out for him. I know when a fight lasts less time than a 10 count does, yeah, it's good excitement.
He threw one punch and one kick. It would last 7 seconds. You don't even need to worry about the punch because there's the kick, cutting Caldwell in half. Plenty to be pumped up about if you're an LA Star. Wow, 15-0 Raymond Daniels there. All LA in this one, 158-88. They take it to the Texas Dragons. And I tell you what, you guys are looking good on top of the conference. You are 2-0. You will be taking on Denver. You hand Texas Dragons their first loss. You beat Oklahoma, and you beat Denver, maybe. Coming up, if you can. What do you do for Denver?
You know, Chad, we don't change anything. Again, Denver, in our opinion, is just one more team standing between us and the championships. And you got to go through everybody they put in front of you in order to take it all. So we're prepared to go all the way.
Well, we're looking to take a look at what Denver and Oklahoma bring to the table. Previews of their fight are forthcoming on Turf Wars.